must have been livid.
So Fulham, I am livid. Fulham won, Arsenal won. After we see Liverpool's game get postponed due to the adverse weather conditions, we see Man City drop yet more points. Tottenham and Chelsea are currently 2-1. Obviously, we didn't know the score or the game was kicking off after us, obviously. We had a great opportunity today, Kenny, to go and say, right, we really mean business this season. Yeah, let's close that gap on Liverpool. Yeah, and let's get some real momentum going, carry on the winning streak. Yeah, before kickoff, yeah, Ola said, look at this lot. They're all doing kumbaya in the tunnel with each other. Iwobi, Smith Rowe, the cuddles, the hugs, all of that. And he said, no, we ain't winning today. We ain't serious. After 8-9 minutes, I said, yeah, Ola, we ain't winning. A minute later, Raul Jimenez, bang, 1-0. Yeah, and from that minute onwards, we were absolutely awful. Yeah, the goal was, well, listen, if he's onside, he's onside. However, I'm not convinced. We then thought we nicked it at the end. Martinelli, brain dead. Yeah, send him back to El Salvador, scrub. And again, all over the gaff, Kenny. Yeah, what are we doing, mate?
Well, basically what's happened is that, again, we probably went in with probably too much enthusiasm, probably too much overconfidence. We looked at our results, against, Nottingham Forest, against Sporting Lisboa. We looked at our result against West Ham. And obviously we looked at our results against Man United. And the common denominator in those 3 of those 4 games is the set pieces. But, our fans were singing in the stadium, set piece again, ole ole. There's got if you're a big team with big players, and I mean in terms of like not just personality, but in terms of ability, you have to do more than set pieces. It was like we relied on their set pieces, to try and to create goals, and we all intents and purposes, the goal we scored was a set piece. But we never looked like breaking Fulham down. You talked about Martinelli in the 89th minute where he was a bit brain dead. We all went up, cheered. Bukayo Saka took his applause. But let's face it, neither team deserved to win it. We didn't break Fulham down. The best player on the pitch was probably Sander Berg and Anthony Robinson. Anthony Robinson completely shut out.
He was quality.
Saka.
Yeah, he was. I thought Raul Jimenez showed out to lead the line today.
Yeah, definitely. And you look at the goal. We have to talk about the goal because you think about it. You talk about Kivior, ball watching, like I said, a non left back in Timble's out position. All it was a slide rule pass by Tete. Jimenez, like I said, the genuine striker. As soon as it left his boot in the net, and that was it. But
great goal as well. Great finish, shit defending, but great goal.
Yeah, but you know what really did me? There was ample time, 80 minutes, and probably he went to 97 minutes, so 87 minutes for us to try and like I said, repair the damage that's caused. But you know what? If you're a big team like Arsenal and you're playing, a team that, in terms of like ability, you feel you think you're better than. For them not to have any sort of like, like I said, hairline moments. Their goalkeeper not to make any saves of any note. Like there was a save from that Martinelli had a shot, Trossard had a shot. No, sorry, Trossard had a shot, and that was a grass cutter. Saka put it through, crosses in, which is
Rice had a shot that he scuffed wide.
It's scuffed wide, but there was Rice had another shot, which is a deflection, and he saved it. Apart from that, I can't remember any time when Diop and Bassi were troubled. I really can't remember.
How many times do we get in behind them, Kenny?
Not once. But I can't remember when Tete was troubled. But then again, in terms of like Fulham, they only had two shots on target. One was the goal, and one was from Pereira. Apart from that, Fulham contained. They spoilt. They used their brain because what's happening is that you don't really need Smith Rowe and Iwobi to tell Fulham players what Arsenal are about. All you've got to do is just get on the TV, get your like I said, your one of your coaches, and he said, right, let's watch Arsenal. Watch the West Ham game. Right, how did Arsenal beat West Ham? Right, they passed through the lines. They hit him on the wings. Right, what we're going to do? Stop passing through the lines. Sander Berg gets the ball. You keeps it simple. Anthony Robinson gets tight on Saka. Tete, knows that Martinelli, has probably lost a yard of pace. He knows that Trossard's not going to be behind him. It becomes kind of an easy game. So we try something. We try to create and everything we tried, Fulham had an answer for. They knew what was happening. We were actually
Yep.
very, very predictable, and I think that's where it hurts. So you can celebrate the set pieces as much as you can, but if you're going for the league, you've got to have something other than set pieces to hurt the opposition. As I said, you look at our opponents, who are probably going to be one of the co-challengers for the league. Liverpool, if they're struggling, how many players do you know will be able to get them out of trouble? You know,
Yeah.
Nunes has got something in him. You know
Yep.
that Salah, obviously Salah's got something in him. You know, Yotta's got
McAllister,
something in him. McAllister. You know that
Van Dijk.
Diaz, Gakpo, now has come to the party. You can't really say that about Arsenal. You think apart from Odegaard and Saka, if they don't play well and they don't hurt teams, where's the creativity? It's
Yeah.
actually like it's actually a bit embarrassing where
Yep.
you go for the title and it's one of and let's just say it's actually a big bugbear of mine that if Odegaard doesn't create anything, if Saka doesn't create anything, we don't hurt teams. That's not really a good look if you're going for the title. Then you look at Man City, despite the fact that they're going through what which is a bad patch to them. You know that if De Bruyne doesn't do it, Bernardo Silva will try and create something. Gundogan will create something. Phil Foden may,
Yep.
although he's had a poor season. But there's even Docker, who a lot of people
Yep.
criticise. They're trying to get something out of nothing. Grealish,
Yep.
and then you obviously got Haaland. But
Yep.
with Arsenal, when you've got just two
Or
players,
Vardiel as well. Vardiel.
Vardiel as well. But when you rely on two players to break teams down, and then if they don't break teams down, it becomes an easy game for the opposition. Now, don't get me wrong. It's easy. It's not really. You're probably thinking I'm mad saying it because we West Ham, we smashed it a bit. Common denominator, set pieces, Saka and Odegaard had good games. This game was Sporting Lisboa, Saka, Odegaard, and Partey had good games, and there was set pieces. Now you look at today, set pieces apart. Name me how many world class saves Maynard had to make. Name me
None.
one.
None. We
Name
played
me,
our
name,
best midfielder at fucking right back, Kenny,
yeah,
because he don't want to play Skelly or Tierney.
and that's the thing.
We then put Timber at left back when we've got a left back on the bench.
Exactly.
Yeah? Mate, it's done. The process is finished, mate. And this summed up today, yeah, exactly why we're right to call this out, Kenny. Because whilst it's great beating Man United and whilst it's great slapping up Lisbon and slapping up West Ham, we always have this again. Yeah, and this is why we don't amount to anything at the end of the season.
Well,
because we always have these results in this, mate.
Lee, I was having a debate with people. Obviously, one of them was league judges, and I said the difference between challenging and winning a big prize, i.e. the title or the Champions League, or even a trophy, is night and day. Because the way we're playing, the way we're looking at the moment, challenge is what is enough. But we're now showing it's a massive step for us to make that transition. We can't do it. And there's a case where if the manager in place can't do it, then you may have to get someone else. But what they said is that what do you want as a football fan? Do you want great moments, or you want the trophies, or the occasional trophy? And I said, you know what? If you had great moments, and i.e. you win most of your games, you have great memories and all that. You're not going to go to the town hall and have a parade where you parade your great moments, great moments, and it gets you bad moments, and you'll have everyone in from Islington, 250,000 people celebrate your great moments. They come to Islington Town Hall to celebrate trophies. But right now, the state of play is we look far away from winning the league. We even look far away from winning trophies, and that's when you can talk about Mick Arteta. You can say, right, he's changed the culture of the club. What Arsenal were like before is night and day, but that's great. But when you're in the 6th year of his reign and you haven't won a trophy, a significant trophy, then when is there going to be a cut-off point? When are you going to say, well, hang on here, what's he won? Are you going to do it this season? Are you going to do it next season, the year afterwards? When is it going to occur to it? Do we have to wait for everyone to come to the same conclusion that we've come to, years before, that maybe, just maybe, that this transition from challenging to actually winning the trophy is too massive. It's too massive for the players and too massive for the manager. Sometimes you've got to make those decisions because at the end of the day, this is what happens. Look at with Tottenham. They had, if you look at under the Poch, they had a lot of great moments.
Mm.
But where was the trophy? Eventually, those great moments waned and waned and waned, and then you had results like they lost 7-2 to Bayern Munich in their own ground, and then they were getting draws with Watford and Sheffield United, and then he got the sack.
Yeah.
That's this. If we don't win trophies and don't make that transition, we're in the same situation, and people don't want to admit it.
No, it's true. It's true. They've got too emotionally invested with this manager and the storyline that from the rookie can take us to the summit. It's done. This guy's
Well,
not it, bro. He's
well,
not
yeah,
it. Why did we sign Sterling? Why? Why did we sign Sterling? Where is he?
1-1. We're trying to win the game. Why was you? If you sign a player of that experience, and you would have thought that you could get him on to try and change the game or try and affect the game. But if you just not get on, that's basically putting your hands up and saying I made a mistake in signing him. So why sign the
Yeah.
player in the first place when he was told by Maresca that he's not part of his plans? So what made you think you could do something different from Maresca? What made you think you could do that?
No, facts. Absolute facts.
So all we're getting is that we only got his word for it. That Sterling's not good enough because we don't. Because when he plays, he hardly ever plays. So what's going on?
Yeah, no, it's embarrassing, man. Listen, get home safely, Kenny. Appreciate
Right.
you, mate. And we go again Wednesday.
Well,
Pathetic.
Wednesday. All right, speak to you later.
Laters, mate.